go after him? No, well, okay. Because it seems that they still had a decent chance of actually catching him. Of course, Warwick does have the speed boost because, well, the champions were pretty low, so he might get out of that because of that. Yeah, Ash once again face checking a bush, something which you should never do if you're 2200 ELO. And now he is probably going to get the blue because Garen doesn't use mana, so that would be a little bit of a waste of the blue buff. Yeah, there's a lot of fighting going on this side of the map. And Taric not actually joining in the fight here, going back home and hoping that he can support his team afterwards. Getting back the Oracle. And yeah, I don't know if he's coming to help here, but it seems he's just standing there. I don't know. Don't know why he did that, because he bought his another ward, but still he has money left, so don't know. Don't know. Also, surprisingly, Garen didn't go for any of the gold per 5 items. Since, well, he is one of the characters that has some trouble farming. I mean, he's not as bad as Soraka at farming. But still, he's only at 39 and he could have really used the extra gold boost from a gold item. Especially from the one that actually regenerates your health and mana. So the Philosopher's Stone. And that would really help him in the long run. But chose to go for AP. I think he did save some lives with that. Because it does give you extra heal and it does give you some extra damage on your other skills. And yeah, it's the ability power is 86 and the extra heal is plus 94, so it's actually more than 1 the AP ratio, which is a lot. Going for Dragon here, which is a huge deal for Taric, because Taric cannot farm as much himself, and well, he just gets 3 gold from this, which is really good. So trying to support his team from a distance here. He is not very tanky. And therefore he cannot really stand up to the enemy team. And it seems that it's now 1v4. And there is no way he's going to defend this turret or the next one. Or maybe even this third one. And all he can do is throw out a stun when someone comes too close. So like there. Not the best reaction ever, but okay. Might have gotten a little bit more damage done with the turret. Yeah, but he cannot really stop them, and we see a lot in the low ELO games that people are actually trying to defend the turrets if it's 1v4, trying to, or the inhibitors, same thing, trying to fight the 4. And then they get killed. There's no reason to give them a 5th kill if it's not necessary. Actually chasing them away from Dragon here, or from Baron. And they might actually get another kill on the Ashe here. And there we go. So now level one level in the ultimate. The ultimate costs a lot of mana. And yeah, that's also why he didn't take it early game, I guess. Don't know exactly. I mean, I'm not a big Taric player. I played him, well, quite a lot of games when I just started out, but that's a long time ago. Because in my first 2 or 3 weeks, he was actually free. Because he was really popular back then, and nowadays he's not as popular anymore. I don't know why, because it is a great character, especially because of the stun, and you get a heal on top of that, and that is huge. Of course, the armor bonus helps as well, but the armor bonus isn't as important to a new player like me. So when I played him, that is. But nowadays I can see the benefit of giving your whole team armor. And well, if you play him as a true support character, you can actually get a lot of support done, because well, then you can heal people, but at the same time deal a lot of damage with your shatter and dazzle, or shatter and yeah, dazzle. That's the stun. Actually getting another blue buff here, and 60 gold. 60 gold, of course, always good. Because he is the one that's buying all the wards. And as you can see, they placed quite a bit of wards this game. At the moment there's only 2, there's one here and one here. But they are at places where they can actually see the jungler and yeah, try to actually kill him. And in the laning phase we saw wards in this bush, for example, because in that bush, if you place one in that bush, the jungler will have a big trouble getting to your bottom lane unseen. And that is huge, because if you can avoid ganks from the jungler, you are in so much better shape. So the Ashe by now is 4 and 10, which I really didn't expect for a 2200 ELO player. And it seems that the Nocturne and LeBlanc are the one that actually are carrying this team. But our team here, so the purple team, still has a decent chance of killing them all if they can just focus one of them first, and then make it a 5v4. Because, well, the enemy team just has a lot of damage. They don't have any tankiness. All of these champions will die in, well, 2 seconds. Because, well, they're all carries. And they do a lot of damage, but they don't... Yeah, they cannot actually survive a team fight. And with Baron buff here, the purple team has a lot of damage as well, because it boosts your AP and your, all of your stats, I think. And Taric going top to farm. So the Baron buff actually boosts health and mana regen, increased attack damage and ability power. So yeah, all of your stats that are important, except for your defensive stats. And as we can see here, they are still behind on me in kills. I mean, there's 160, 190, 180 and a 200 here. And yeah, that's really going to affect the game. That's why they're still having trouble actually killing them. But they do have a nice amount of defensive items. I mean, this guy has all defensive items, it seems. Even the Wit's End, which gives you a huge attack speed boost and damage boost, it still gives you a lot of magic resist. And then of course we have Banshee's Veil on this one, as well as the Rod of Ages, which is kind of a defensive item. And then Age of the Legion on Taric, as well as 2 Doran's Rings that are still in his inventory. Well, Garen is building all tank, except for the Ghost Blade, so 1 DPS item now. And Ryze has Frozen Heart and Banshee's Veil. So as you can see, all of them have defensive items. And on the enemy team, no defensive item on Ashe. That's why she dies so many times. And Jax has 2 Negatron cloaks, which is big. Plus, of course, he has the dodge boots, the Ninja Tabby, because well, that's the boots he really needs. And then, well, I guess Lifesteal and Spell Vamp are kind of a defensive something as well, but they're not really a defensive item, because if you get stunned, you cannot deal damage, you cannot use spells, and yeah, it's not going to help you at all. So it's not a defensive item, it's kind of a defensive item. Just like Ashe is depending on that. So here, no defensive item on Nocturne, although he hasn't died a lot because he's the jungler. He's not in lane. He can come out whenever he wants to fight and show himself. So Soraka going for all defense items and still, well, dying every now and then because, well, it's Soraka. And I haven't been paying attention to the game. And then this LeBlanc actually has Catalyst as her defensive item and 1 Doran's Ring, so only some health boost, not really going to help a lot. Of course, this whole team has an armor boost from the Taric, which is also quite big, because well, if you have an Ashe or a Nocturne that's doing well, then it's a big deal. Let me unlock this. So they immediately lose 2 champions here. Ryze almost dying. And Taric is out of mana, so he cannot really do anything. And the enemy team is just pushing this lane. And this LeBlanc may actually die. Oh, yeah, I forgot. He doesn't have mana. Sure. So they're going to lose this this turret. They can probably defend the next one because by that time, well, they still have the tank there, or their tanky character, because he's not actually a tank based on his items. And Taric should come in. Oh, he should have already been there. They might get a kill here. Yeah, LeBlanc actually died.